last really big like landmark in this game. And
Oh,
DreamFox
we're
has
off.
a 23 as far as I know. And here we go. So this is a Metroidvania. We can jump. We can actually there's like on the on the heyyyhoooo screen you can see like the keybinds. You can see each of the actions we can do. We can arrow, we can melee, we can jump, and we can roll. And we can also roll jump, which is pressing roll and jump on the same frame. And by doing that, we are granted both speed from a roll and invisibility frames together with the height of it.
Yeah, so optimal movement right now is literally just rolling as much as you can and trying to not get stuck or hit. So we're just gonna see them rolling through enemies. Rolling also gives you iframes, so you use that to go through enemies and not take damage.
Roll is just perfect. Like you're not getting damage and you're still faster. This is like it's
great.
almost shitting, right?
It's
And
safe.
you're also gonna get 3 chests to get 80 money and buy an item later. heyyyhoooo only got 10 money instead of 20 though, so I hope he managed to get the rest.
Yeah, we'll see. He's gonna need 80 money after the first, or like when he's about to hit the first boss.
Oh, he got a golden money from the audition. There you go.
Yes, we'll all take a moment to pray for the quick kill.
The most insane technique. The one shot.
So with
So
the
far,
arrow,
so
you can
good.
also charge it. There's like 2 stages right now where we're charging. Where they do different amounts of damage basically.
Oh,
And
you
we're
got
gonna see
another golden money. What the heck?
this run.
This is the run. Oh.
So here we go. Adia has a quick kill. I don't know how it works, but it just does. You charge an arrow at a precise place, wait for her to do an attack, and let's see if Adia gets hit. Or she dances. And yes,
So
nice.
the way it works is that you have 2 frames to shoot your charged arrows, and like if you shoot at the right frame, what will happen is that your arrows will all hit Idia's crit spot, which is her tail, and then she just dies. She can also dance, which costs you a bit of time, as you can see there, but nothing too big. In the meanwhile, DreamFox going for the melee strategy. And that was the item heyyyhoooo just bought, was the crystal seed. The crystal seed, it gives you 50% like more damage for 15 seconds. It's a pretty neat little item that we use the early and mid game of the run.
Also important to note, all the bosses have an extra item they drop if you don't take damage from the boss, and that's going to be important for almost all the bosses in the run. So the runners really want to make sure they don't take damage, because yeah, losing, especially the item you get from this next boss, is very, very useful.
So this next boss is Mocha and Labella. And Mocha is this little flying cockroach called Backman. And he can do those Toho balls, as you can see. He can like shoot a giant ball that can curse you, and he can do another attack that we didn't see because heyyyhoooo is too fast. This is Labella. She does things, but most of the time is usually quite alright. Except when she dives.
Yeah, dive is literally just a... How many seconds is that time loss?
It's 12 seconds that you just keep, like, you just stare at the wall and like think about your life. Also, there's a scene where you lose time on your crystal seed, so it's kind of more than that, like, in total time loss. But it happens. Hey, what you got to do without taking damage, and got the Backman patch. The Backman patch allows you to summon 104 small Backman patches, which are small squares with those eyes in it. Which here is something really weird, but hey, they do very small damage individually. It's a thing, yeah. Like I mean, it's like we don't know the Backman culture, right? Maybe it's like cool for them, just like for us, cars with neons are really fun. I don't know.
Let's not go into the philosophy behind Backman patches.
That's not. That's a good decision.
Now we have the longest cutscene in the game, I suppose. It's like 30 seconds. This
Yeah,
person's confused.
super long. And on this cutscene, we talk to Ari, which is a princess, and she's like escaping from this place, which is the Subterranean Grave, which is a very dangerous place with lots of spikes, lots of enemies, bats, and underwater stuff. You cannot see in heyyyhoooo's screen right now because he's playing on low settings, but we are underwater.
Yeah, so that's why Cow is all floaty and stuff. Also, all the spikes won't hit you, so we want to make sure they don't get hit. No fun to die.
Yeah, there is this thing where we play on this tournament is on easy 80%, which means we have max health from the start, but spikes will always insta-kill you regardless of your health. Even if you like,
ooh,
just like
that. That's not good.
Oh, that's definitely not good. Hey, taking a moment to heyyyhoooo timer got reset. It's setting on auto split. That's not very nice.
That's not good.
So we can use DreamFox timer and get an estimate for heyyyhoooo. But now heyyyhoooo has
sure what heyyyhoooo is doing. Oh no.
I mean, not live split, but SRL will record his time even if it's not showing on split, so he should just play. Let me check. I think he's messaging me right now.
Oh.
Okay. Just notified him. He can like keep going.
Okay. Oof. That's unfortunate.
Yeah, like our auto split has an option to just reset instantly. And since heyyyhoooo usually just goes for the word hacker, like on the heavy grind, he has that on because, well, he cannot die to get the word hacker. And DreamFox is approaching the third boss.
Yes.
Which is a dumb drinking bird. Also a mosquito, depending on when did you play this game.
I'd just say it's a dumb boss.
Yeah, this is the thing. It's dumb regardless of being a bird or a mosquito.
This is Frida. There's a couple strats. I'm assuming DreamFox can go for melee strat here.
Yeah.
She has a couple of attacks. She can summon wolves. She can do big peck like that.
Big peck is a good name. I'm gonna call it big peck here from now on. I like that one.
What did you call it before?
Melee attack.
Well, if it's a bird, it's definitely
very creative. And she can also teleport. It just happened. And if she dies off screen, her item will be at the. Yeah, DreamFox got it. The item gets like it spawns at the right corner or the left corner of the screen, which makes sometimes people just miss the item or reset the run thinking they didn't get it. That happens.
Let's hope for early bomb. This little guy shoots bombs somewhat randomly, but got it.
We should always be good. Sometimes it's a very weird Pac-Man, and he just says that I don't know. You know, sometimes it just doesn't have the strength. Just. So the item we got from Frida is the Sparse Thread. The Sparse Thread does an AoE damage around Kaho. It's kind of a small area, so you gotta be close to your targets, but it's pretty useful. It's a whole bunch of damage. Oh, that was a pretty neat damage boost on that badge. What the heck?
That was cool. So DreamFox is somewhat quickly approaching Lubella 2. Because one Lubella was just not enough.
Lubella Chill Electric Boogaloo. This version of the fight is harder because her attacks like hits harder and they have more stuff. Also, the borders of this arena fall down and it's all spikes. The good thing is that you can take damage during this boss fight because you don't care about the item. And when you die, you actually don't, and you become a cat.
Which is the best part of the video game.
Imagine being a cat, just for a moment. Imagine you are a cat. That would be
Yeah,
like
that'd be dope. So yeah, we're a cat. Cat has all the same moves as Kaho, but the cat has a smaller hitbox. It's a little, I think it's a little bit faster moving. Don't want to say I'm not 100% sure.
Yeah.
But also it can't use items and it can't claim ladder.
Cat is way faster than human form, and the optimal way of movement as a cat is by roll jumping and cancelling with a melee attack, because the end of your roll animation as a cat actually slows you down. Like the cat kind of just stops at the end of the roll because it's cute. So yes, that's the reasoning for that. But yeah, like we cancel that end of the animation by doing a melee. You can just like give the speed.
DreamFox doing pretty well so far. At least hasn't died, which is really all he needs to. Well, almost all he needs to win this race at this point. Deaths are very costly in a game like this.
Yeah, this is a game where like usually if you're not going for a no reset, like dying is an instant reset most of the time. It's just too heavy.
Both players got no dives on Battle 2s, which is fun. Wait, when did you call me Stu, Itavelli? That's not okay.
It was at the previous race. That was fun. Also, DreamFox just visit a certain bell, so he can record that that bell was soft, so he can teleport to that bell later on.
Well, we can teleport in this game? I didn't know that.
Yeah.
We don't have that ability yet.
We don't have it yet, but we are gonna get right now. As soon as we beat this mosquito that's gonna appear on DreamFox screen. Yeah, pretty good. The lore of this game is that Cajon wants to talk to Queen because her village was infested with a curse. Little did she know that the Queen was the cause of this all. And then she wants to talk to the Queen, but there's a magic wall barrier protecting her from entering, which is kind of weird. But anyway, you need to like get 4 crests to unlock that barrier, and each of those crests give us a special power. We're gonna get the second crest, which allows us to teleport between key bells.
So we already picked up 2 fragments. Wait, 1 fragment?
No, we got only one.
1 fragment.
We got one
Which
after
is... Yeah, and that's the charge arrow one. I hope I'm right. Probably.
Yes. With the first class, we charge arrows faster, which kind of changes how we do fights. Usually, if you're going for arrow strategies, with neither of these runners use it because they are too good to go for arrow strategies. You want to spam them, but after getting the quick charge, you just want to like do the half charge, which will be faster in general and do more damage. And you got the warp crest. Let's go. Very nicely done.
Seems like heyyyhoooo is catching up a little bit. Yes, very clean movement.
Yeah, I was talking to heyyyhoooo, I think it was yesterday, and his average is 2109.
That is pretty ridiculous.
Which is completely insane considering all things. So even if DreamFox is ahead, he can't do any major mistake. DreamFox has to keep up like on his best.
So now we're coming up to the next boss, which is the Arsonist, who does attacks with fire. It's crazy. No one could have seen that coming.
Fire. It's like it should be illegal. I mean, arsonist, being an arsonist is actually illegal. It's a crime, but you know, this fight is one of the most dangerous fights in this game because she can do whatever she pleases. She can teleport, she can whip at you with bandages, she can summon fireball, she can summon fire pillars, she can moonwalk. It's kind of a wild battle. Like if you want to do optimally, it's pretty hard. But yeah, it's also like it's pretty fun to watch because she's so random. But it's not so fun playing against her. And the knight that was helping you is Kath. She's Carol's girlfriend, and she wants to tell you something, but you say no. If you say no, you are a roach, and you.
It's also faster.
It's faster. It's faster to say no and become a roach, but at the same time, it's your girlfriend and she wants to tell you something, so you should listen to her.
I mean, is she your girlfriend in this point in the story?
Yes, it's exactly at this point in the story.
Well, not if you say no, dude.
Saying no is not canon.
Okay.
She's the one that tells you about crashes and stuff. Before you were just collecting them for fun, like, hey, what's this little thing? You let me get that. And this is the cat room. That's a pretty good cat RNG right there. You have 4 black cats. Wait, 5 black cats, 1 caramel and 1 white. This is marvelous. And you also get a key.
I'm gonna say it again. There is no bad cat RNG, so you don't have to comment on how good it is, because there's no such thing as a bad RNG.
But I like to compliment cat RNG. You gotta tell how good they are, because they are precious. It's just when talking to a dog. You tell the dog is a good dog, but every dog is a good dog, and they know they are a good dog. So I have to tell they are a good dog.
I'm scared. Anyway, here's a boss that I forgot the name of. Fennel is her name. You have a quick kill where we do that, and then we go in this position and do double back management.
Yeah, she doesn't have a lot of screen time here. Casual is one of the hardest fights, but you know, you just don't have time for her. Yes. And now we have all 4 crests. The 3rd crest from Arsonist allows us to do air dashes, as you can see them spinning. And the 4th crest allows you to have an extra charge level on your ball, which is pretty strong. And heyyyhoooo got 5 whites and 2 black cats. Amazing cat RNG too. And this is a real Pinacoteca. This is one of the hardest areas in the game for beginners because basically most things can kill you or do lots of damage. There are spikes and there's lots of different movements. You gotta keep switching between human and cat form like a lot. There's lots of verticality, but it's one of the coolest areas in the game to play after like your movement get better. Also, the music's great.
Yeah. As someone who recently picked up this game, this area is terrible and very hard and no fun.
DreamFox is doing a small detour here to get the sealed one. If you just beat this game without doing an upgrade that requires this item, the game won't consider itself beaten, which means you didn't beat the game, which means you didn't complete your run, so we require that even for 80%. And there DreamFox goes, jumping and rolling and doing things. Real Pinacoteca is also one of the places that people don't really know how to pronounce right. So there's people that call that like Pina Colada, Piano Castle, Pythagoras Theorem. Oh. DreamFox wasn't supposed to trigger the fight right now. So let's see how he improvises this.
Yeah, this will be a bit scary. That's a good plan. Maybe.
That's a good plan.
Let's see. Seems to be working out so far.
It still didn't get hit. This is very good. Look, oh my god!
That was.
Holy shit!
That was alright.
Oh this
and
is great.
you saw DreamFox taking damage there. He actually used an item that makes him take damage. It doesn't count towards the whole taking damage. He did it. That was really good on the fly thinking. Good shit,
This
DreamFox.
was amazing. Also, like, it doesn't count because there was like a boss bar in the screen when he used it. But oh my god, this was so damn good. This is a thing that is really good for races, is improvising, because bosses can often not do as you plan, like as you want them to do. So being able to adapt is amazing. Also, the item that we get from that fight is the heavy arrows, which is one of the best items in the game in terms of damage, but we get them so late in the run that if we don't get it, we only lose 15 seconds total. Heyyyhoooo also just got through the fight.
Yeah, Heyyyhoooo has been playing really solidly after the big one. And he's almost caught right back up to DreamFox, so this is actually really close. It's gonna be about small optimizations and a little bit of Queen RNG, I suppose.
Queen doesn't have RNG if you're going for the kill, but it's pretty hard to execute, so that can happen. Also, heyyyhoooo just used the Backman patch right there. It fits you for like a few frames. But what that does is that it hits a switch that is not on screen, so you can unlock a shortcut instead of going like through another path that will take about a minute to get.
So now heyyyhoooo is about to also upgrade his leaf, which is what we need for the true ending, or the actual ending, I suppose, of the game.
Yeah, basically upgrading our leaf makes it so we have better exercising properties thingy, and then you can like actually clean stickers. Or so we think, because spoilers, Carol dies on the true ending.
Shh. Isn't it like she takes the curse into herself in order to save the land or something like that?
Yeah. She sacrificed her body to contain the curse. And Kef was there, like sitting, just chilling. She's alright. She's completely alive.
She's not at all dead. If you don't, as long as you don't talk to her, she's not dead.
She's never dead. If you talk to her, she'll ask you to call a number because she's super tired and cannot continue the fight. Also, this is Clone Angel. We gotta hit the one closest to the ground, and if we do the fight right, we can one cycle her. Very nicely done. And now DreamFox is gonna do the yeet, which is the best technique ever made by humankind.
More like cat kind, haha. Oh, DreamFox fell down. That was pretty scary.
No. That screen is like one of the scariest screens in the game by far. And heyyyhoooo just did the yeet too. They are super close. It all depends on like DreamFox getting the quick kill, or else this could be heyyyhoooo's win. Will this be our first three races match? Who knows?
This is really down to the wire here. Just a couple mistakes from DreamFox might lose him the race. We'll see.
Got through the first phase, very well done. Let's see the second and the third. And got it through it, very nicely done. I think it's a win for DreamFox, but I'm not entirely sure.
It does look like it. Let's not say anything too early, just in case. Chokes can happen.
Chokes can happen, yes. That was so close.
And
oh my god,
just take it.
This was really close, holy heck. Wow. GG DreamFox for winning the first cat. For those new to this tournament, every time someone wins a match, they win a cat.
What a fantastic prize.
Will this be the first race where we get to see 3 cats being given? Maybe. We gotta find out. And GG heyyyhoooo too. DreamFox in chat, that was my cleanest screen ever. It was pretty good. Unfortunately for DreamFox, heyyyhoooo got a 0-0 though. Dang. Just imagine.
Halo started the game and then it was done.
So,
Yeah, but good shit. DreamFox, that was
dang.
very, very good.
Yeah, this is basically how races go in this game. Like, if you just compare their PBs, people would say like, yeah, Heyho won this like 100%. But this is a game where any mistake can cost you so much time. It can always turn back and like do turnarounds. You are never sure who's gonna win stuff, which is great actually.
Yeah, for sure.
And now we're getting ready for the second race. In case you have any questions about this game, you can just ask. The new game from the same devs are coming out in 15 days. It's called Minoria, and there's a patient scene in case you want to check that out. It looks amazing. And it does have cats confirmed. That's good. Also, if you want to learn the game, we have a Discord and we have lots of guides both for beginners and for more advanced players, like in case you just want to learn the optimal strategies. There's lots of people, we're pretty chill, and we have a channel dedicated to pet pictures. In case you have a pet and you want to like share pictures or videos, you're more than free to join us and share. Runners are getting ready to the second race. I was supposed to go to bed after the first race, but here we are. I mean, this can be another really close race.
And we're off again. So what we learned from the first one is Heyo definitely has clear movement overall than DreamFox. It's pretty obvious with how much time he saved even after the big death and also taking time to figure out what he was supposed to do next. So DreamFox will need to play even cleaner or hope for another mistake from Heyo to win this one.
Yeah, races in this game are like all about consistency. So, like being able to stay alive, like even if you lose a bit of time trying to be safe, sometimes is the key.
Absolutely. That's actually a true sub.
Yeah, I would have one if it didn't stop your message. I mean, it was fair to stop there, like. Yeah. Stuff like that happens, technical problems. But now we gotta see at least more matches, more races, maybe. Maybe this is the dawn of Heyho. Maybe Heyho will get a sub 21 out of spite.
That would be pretty impressive, to say the least.
I mean, we had a few PBs during the tournament. Imagine if Heyho got one too. I mean, anything can happen. Heyho is like obviously favored, but DreamFox can definitely do this. DreamFox is the 4th seed in this tournament, and he's pretty good. And he's also used it to play this on the hardest category, which is insane. Which is a fun thing.
I mean, we saw his ability to improvise during the boss fight. I always forget the name of Lucior Magnolia. That's the one.
Yep.
Yeah. So if you can pull something like that off again, it's not impossible for sure. Heyo missing the quick kill there, so he's gonna go for.
Given time,
backup.
choose DreamFox. Will DreamFox get a quick kill?
Let's find out.
Oh,
Nope. Both players need to
just too late. Let's see if Fairy RNG will help. Oh, Fairy hit! Oh my god!
Wow!
The Fairy melted the
me.
pearl. So you can summon you can summon a fairy by pressing up, up, down, down, left, right, and that will summon this blue fairy that is a hidden active item that will, like the fairy itself, will shoot laser beams from the sky or from the ground at random places in the screen. So in this fight, if you miss the quick heal, you can try to summon the fairy, and if you're lucky, it will heal her tail, which it did, and it completely melted the boss, as you could see. It's pretty amazing.
that's a mood. That's a mood. Yeah. So going back to Labella again. Let's see. Both, if I remember right, both players had one dive last time.
I think DreamFox didn't have one, but I don't recall correctly. Also, let me change real quick audio to heyyyhoooo.
I think both had one on this one and both had 0 on the other one, on second one.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Labella's laugh is amazing.
Yeah.
Let's see how this goes. Also pretty good laser RNG for heyyyhoooo. This is one of the few fights that laser is actually very important because since they are random, there's a higher chance of hitting Labella since she has like such a huge hitbox. And heyyyhoooo did that, very nicely done. Did the heyyyhoooo slap on that mouth. And we're gonna
DreamFox having to wait, unfortunately. Right down.
No.
She even
laughs. She even laughed on his face like, I made you lose 12 seconds. What are you gonna do now?
Yeah, she's definitely, she's not very merciful.
She's the worst, for sure. Except she turns you into a cat. There's a thing where she's the worst.
Does she turn you into the cat?
Yes. What happens is that when you kill her, before actually dying, she curses you into becoming a cat. Like somehow she thought that would be a curse. Yeah, like she curses you and turns you into a cat.
Huh.
She's kinda she's like that evil. She's like those villains in like series and games that want you to be truly evil, but everything they do turns out to be something good. And here we are again. That chest we just got through is a really fun chest because you almost die getting that, and if you break it, it has either 1 or 15 money, which is basically nothing.
That's not worse.
And we get this guardian key. I don't remember if you mentioned, but this key will unlock the next area. Oh, didn't die to Ian spikes this time. Pretty good.
You can see heyyyhoooo taking it very extra carefully to make sure he wouldn't die this time. Definitely not something you want to do twice.
Just imagine, dying twice on the same spot, it always feels so bad.
Yep.
Let's see if DreamFox got it. DreamFox didn't even try to roll jump there. It was just like, let's go safe, let's just swim, you know. Oh,
just
jellyfish, this is gonna
Oh
be
no! No, he took it!
Oh my god, this is so unfortunate.
No! He didn't get through the, oh no, he's stopping. He didn't get through the... Wait, when did you say? Okay. What's it called? He didn't get through the enemy and got stopped and didn't have enough distance to cover the...
Oh my god, this is so unfortunate. Well, we don't DreamFox. Oh my god, this is so insane.
Yeah, that is... Alright. The dream is still alive.
What's happening in this place?
Exactly. Thank you, Timberlake.
I'm like, DreamFox with the dream. Also going to Frida again. Let's hope we get good RNG. Will this be?
Yeah.
This will
They were
probably
good.
be the first upset in this tournament.
Once again, don't speak too soon. We never know what might happen.
DreamFox is taking it safe. I wonder if he has like the stream on like mobile.
Yeah,
or
I'm
something.
wondering that too. I mean,
And
he
then-
did talk right after Frida in the last race, so
Yeah.
we'll see. But taking it safe anyway in the race setting is definitely the good move. Getting this
I mean,
red.
last race it was still super close, so I wouldn't go safe if I was DreamFox. Like
This was an even longer death for heyyyhoooo though, so we'll see.
Let's see how this goes. Maybe we got an early one. No, that was close. heyyyhoooo is still not saving there. He refuses to save on the safety valve.
Hopefully he doesn't pay even more for it, because that would not be very fun.
Not at all. Like, dying in this game is really frustrating.
Yep.
And especially, this is probably the worst place to die in a no reset situation. Because if you don't take the safety valve, the last time you saved was right after Lubella 1, which means you gotta see the cutscene again.
Yeah, that's a lot of time loss. But heyyyhoooo did manage to get through now.
Did
Onto-
heyyyhoooo got the key again?
Yeah.
I don't remember. Oh, okay. Lubella. We got a spoiler on chat. There is this cool little trick that we do, that when we fall a ledge, if we press the item on the same frame, we can use an item while falling down, which saves us less than 1 second, but it's pretty good, and Lubella died, which is pretty
Free
hard.
time save.
Free time save, fuck!
Yeah, so
this is
I think
probably
last
even
time.
worse. Go ahead, sorry.
Last time I think neither player had a dive on Lubella 2. So bad RNG.
Yeah, and it's like even worse on Lubella 2 because if she dives at the beginning, it means that not all of your backmans will hit, which means you're gonna lose a whole bunch of damage on her. DreamFox did the backup strategy, which was hitting that bell before the fight, so he could like reuse the crystal seed, but yeah, it's kind of rough. And heyyyhoooo also got through that fight, very nicely done. This is gonna be another really close race. This is gonna be fun. I'm excited for that. Even though if it's for unfortunate reasons, just because it's close, it's really good to watch. I would say.
No, it's true. I'll be there. So the same thing as last time, we're gonna head over to the monastery to get that checkpoint, or to unlock the checkpoint, I guess, and then go and get the warp crest.
Yep. And there was a cat sleeping. Very precious.
Good cat. heyyyhoooo did not get a dive, so he gets saves like about 12 seconds there over
About
DreamFox.
12 seconds. Yeah. About that. And
About
this
almost
guy's name
exactly.
is Paramount. Did you know that?
No, I didn't.
Now you know. Not a lot of people remember this guy.
The only character's name I remember is Kaho, and I think that makes me a terrible person.
I don't remember where, but there was like a sign saying to not mistake Momodora characters in Discord because people would get upset. But I always like say Lubella when I'm talking about Idea by mistake. And nobody ever got angry at me for that. So I think you can just call them whatever. Like Lubella, you can call her, I don't know, you can call her Felicia, you can call Frida Lupiar, you can call Idia Cajo, you can call Cajo. There's so many names you can choose.
Yeah, and they're all confusing. Let's just call them what they are. It's a lot easier. Come on.
Okay, and during this meantime, DreamFox killed another mosquito real fast.
Yeah, Heyo took a death in the subterranean grave from spikes in both of the races now, unfortunately.
Yeah.
So DreamFox has a bit of a lead right now.
But Heiho didn't get a dive, so there's that.
That's true.
That's a good thing.
It's pretty satisfying just watching them jump, roll, attack in almost perfect sync, just in different directions.
Yeah.
It's like visual ASMR. It's great.
It's great, and it's also it's one way to see which person movement is better is actually by looking how high the cat goes when you're roll jumping, because you want to cancel the animation within at least 3 frames, which means that the faster, like closer to the ground you cancel, better is your movement in general, which is a pretty cool thing. Like in this race, they both roll jump very similarly because they are both very good runners. But depending on the race, you can see like very difference between their movements, and it's pretty nice. And now, DreamFox with the Warp Crust is going to Cinder Chambers. Cinder Chambers is a place that it's pretty sad that we don't get to see in any percent. Like, wow. We basically just go through, we barely see enemies or interact with them. But in other categories and casually, this place is kind of a nightmare. And it has like hard platforming, has traps, has fire, has enemies, has spike walls, has Pac-Man throwing bombs, has a secret shop. It's like a really fun place to die a lot of times when playing the game. And there's also mines, which are not mimics, I've heard somewhere.
Mimics and mimes are different things. That's a mimic, not a mime. You've had this discussion. You're wrong. Let's move on.
But hey, how someone a fairy radio? What the heck? Yeah, let's go. Let's see how Arsonist will go this time.
So when Arsonist teleports, she will always spawn fire on the orange pillars, and also just to the left of where she teleports for some reason.
Oh my god,
that's bad.
Oh, this is bad for DreamFox.
He did get the save, but the item you get from Arsonist is a very important one, especially for a quick kill on the Fenolator, so yeah, that's not good.
And now they're getting like very, very close.
Yep.
DreamFox has to take care. So this is like the beauty and also the tragedy of Arsonist. She's so random, and this is a completely adaptation battle, so you cannot really like do the same thing every time because it won't work. But at the same time, stuff like that can happen, and can the rain runs, it's sad. There's also this thing where whenever Arsonist teleports, you can stagger her by doing 2 melees. Like, it resets automatically. She has a reset time, and DreamFox got poisoned.
No!
This is the comeback for Heiho.
He's got he really has to not take damage now. But I think it looks...
Oh.
No, he did! He also takes damage!
What's happening? This is like...
Arsonist.
Oh my god.
What is happening? Wait, Heyo's timer reset. Why did he go to title screen? No. What are you doing, Heyo?
Heyo, you still have a chance. No. No, I can't believe this is happening.
Oh my god.
Oh my.
Did Heyo close the game?
What? Heyo, close the game. Heyo! Heyo, come back.
No, okay, no damage is important. You get an item after.
Right now. No.
No damage is. Cat, shut up. Let me talk. No damage is important because after this boss fight, you get an item which is used to do a lot of extra damage to like all the other bosses, and it saves a bunch of time. And it's really important to have.
So heyyyhoooo just told me he gave up on the race, which is very unfortunate.
Oh
but
no!
This is gonna be such a good race. This is like, this is sad.
That's damn.
This is like so close.
I do understand, heyyyhoooo. That must be super frustrating.
Yeah.
So I do completely understand it, but damn. The thing is, plus I don't think he knew that it was doable. Probably.
Yeah, I told him, but he's just tilted. I mean, it's very comprehensible. Also, you have a pretty good cat energy right there. But like heyyyhoooo, if you watch heyyyhoooo's stream, which I totally recommend because he's an amazing runner, he usually resets very often to very minor mistakes. So it does like seem like not having to keep going with a run that he considers bad might be very tilting. It's like understandable. But this is probably the biggest upset so far. And now this is a showcase. We are gonna showcase Fennel, which is a boss. And she is now dead.
As you saw, she died very quickly. If you don't have the item from last boss, that's not even close to as fast nor consistent.
Yeah, the item from Arsonist is the Pocket Accessory, which adds flame properties to your arrows and your melee. And it was not intended, but it also applies that flame properties to your backman patches, which increases the damage for them like by a whole bunch. They hit really hard. But yeah, this is like what we were saying like earlier. Anything can happen in these races. It's just so wild. But
Okay.
that was super scary. Like that is literally the only place besides platforms you can stand on without dying. DreamFox is now showcasing AVIB strategies. There you go. AVIB is a category that DreamFox is known for, and it is basically the collectibles category. DreamFox, you just missed the bug. I am ashamed of you. I was very happy. Now I am not anymore. But yeah, we're just going with any percent again, which is boring. DreamFox usually plays this game on AVIP, which is getting all Vitality Fragments, all Ivory Bucks, and all bosses. And he also plays usually on Insane. On Insane mode there are more enemies and you start with only 1 health, which means anything can kill you, not only spikes.
Gene taking a safety save.
I mean, it's good. It's good. At this point, like DreamFox probably knows. This is more like a
Yeah, I mean he's
even
he's
showcasing
been
the
in chat,
clip
so.
in the wall. Oh my god. That small clip is pretty fun. Sadly, doesn't like get you very far. We do know a few ways to clip and zip, but they like neither of them are very useful in runs. Sadly, Dream is pure shad right now. I agree. Fight core. I wonder. Oh, got hit by Magnolia, which means they won't fight core even if we ask. But it's not true. She's in that missile right there. What's happening here?
I don't know. I'm scared.
Is this some sort of ritual? Is this like the secret RNG manipulation?
Sure. Because there's so much RNG left.
Yes, there is. There is the, you know, and that other one, and
Yes, and then yes. Okay, cool.
maybe it's like a rain dance, but instead of doing the rain dance like in real life, you do the rain dance like in a game to represent that. Or maybe it's the wind dance since it's a sealed wind. And get in the bug. Very good. Very nicely done. Actual AVIB showcase. Not an entire AVIB showcase because DreamFox missed a few bugs on the way since the first Vitality Fragment.
This is now SVIB, some Vitality Fragments and every bug.
And I don't think we're gonna go for all bosses either. Simply because going to get that tissue would be like very far away. But we did blast the thing. I wonder if DreamFox is gonna talk to Core out of muscle memory. That's the thing.
We'll see.
Didn't talk to Core. Core is that girl standing there close to the bell. You can fight her, she's an extra boss. And her fight is pretty hard casually because she hits really hard. But we kill her very fast in the speedrun.
I didn't know you could even fight her.
Oh yeah, basically she's Fennel's sister, and if you get Fennel's tissue, which is a secret room under, like right before Fennel, she will go like, hey, this tissue you have, it's very familiar to me, and then she's just gonna like, thank you, and then you go to a room that was previously locked, and then she'll be there like, so I knew you killed my sister, prepare to die. And then she summons Bubbles, and then you kill her, and then she becomes Bubbles. It's pretty good. Fight is way cooler than Fennel's. Sorry, Fennel lovers. Your waifu sucks. This is a thing that must be said. Oh, this is bad, Angel RNG, but that's alright. Interestingly enough, she doesn't even fight you because you killed Fennel. I didn't know that. I always skip the dialogue. I don't think I have ever read the dialogue with Core. Yeet! On Insane Mode, at the top of this elevator, there is one skeleton, and if you by accident press to go down the elevator again, the skeleton will fall down and kill you. It's pretty funny. She fights you because she sided with the Queen, which she probably antagonized Fennel too. Oh, this is actually interesting.
Lore.
Lore.
Queen fight. Queen's gonna die.
Oh, Missy. Oh yeah, DreamFox doesn't have the happy arrows.
Happy, yeah.
So we're gonna see the infamous backup strategy. If you don't manage to get your missive to the second phase. Oh, never mind. Oh, okay. You use 2 backman patches and it's fine. Is DreamFox gonna use the infamous Seal Wind strategy?
Did he equip Seal Wind? I didn't quite pay attention.
I think so, but I don't know. I am confused. Oh yeah! They do 6 damage.
Heck yeah.
Oh, maybe they're not. Isn't Fox trying to kill him? It just doesn't do nothing. Oh my god.
What is happening?
I think Poison killed it actually.
Okay. Jeez.
GG DreamFox.
GG.
GG.
That was certainly a playthrough of a video game in a reasonable time.
Indeed. What did just happen in the last like hour? I'm so confused by what happened.
I
Like,
don't know. I think what happens is I need sleep. And I think so does heyyyhoooo and DreamFox. 9 out of 10 he played. Yeah, thank you.
oh
Yeah,
my god.
DreamFox with the upset of the tournaments and takes the race over heyyyhoooo because of a series of unfortunate events.
And this is probably the best win one could have in this first phase, like where in the Swiss round, just because you won't fight the same person again. So if you won against like the strongest person, it's basically like the best point you could have, right? Yeah. Let's see if we're gonna have interviews. DreamFox is ready. Hello, DreamFox. How are you feeling? GG.
Hello. I am very surprised by this.
Oh,
Yeah, the first run was good. I'm happy with the first run, even if there were some mistakes with it, but it went well. The second
It was very
run,
consistent.
yeah, second run I got some dives, and then Arsonist decided to be a jerk, and that was not very fun. But then heyyyhoooo forfeited, and so I was for let's have some fun with this and show some of the AVIP strats and platforming to make it more interesting.
When you got the first vitality, I thought, okay, now we're gonna have a native run. And then you skipped some bugs, and then I was sad. And then you returned getting bugs again, and then I was happy. It was pretty fun. It was a pretty
Yeah,
fun showcase.
I didn't want to go back and grab everything I missed because it does take quite a bit of time to grab everything. But I wanted to grab some collectibles that I thought were interesting or had interesting movement.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, and then I managed to do Lupiar well on the second run, and then I get hit by Magnolia.
That first Magnolia fight, though, like on the first
yeah.
That improvisation, it was...
Yeah, that's what I had to do in my last race as well, in the first race in this tournament. I entered the fight without doing the backbone patch before. But yeah, it's pretty consistent if you bait Lupiar over to the left and then you can go to the right to use your backbone patch. It's actually pretty consistent, so...
Yeah, and it's like it's a very smart move, to be honest.
Yeah. Yeah, it does waste a bit of time because you have to wait for her to roll to get in a good position. But you still get the heavy arrows, which is pretty neat though, most of the time.
Very neat, yes. I mean, it's definitely better than getting hit and having to reset.
Yeah, that is true. That is true.
Yeah. There's also this, like, I think DreamFox, you're like probably one of the few people that don't reset when taking damage on like most bosses, like except Arsonist because she screen is off the bell. But like, especially, I remember the last tournament you would often go without sparse strats or stuff like that. Like,
yeah, that's mostly because I wouldn't take any early bells, or like I would take the bell after Lubella, and then I wouldn't take any safety bells before Frida, so it would have been a very big time loss to not take the sparse thread.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did. Also in the last race in this tournament, I didn't get the Bachman patch. That was a very interesting run. But yeah, I usually for sparse thread is one of the things sparse thread and heavy arrows are basically what I don't reset for. And if I have items, I will reset for a Tainted Missive because it's also such an easy and quick boss to reset for. But Frida and Lupiar, especially, it's so long to run to them and they save. Well, Frida saves a bit of time, but they run back if you reset is too long, so I usually don't bother.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm actually very happy with the queen fight I got in the first run here, because
It
that was a
very solid.
that was
it was
probably
very-
my best queen fight I've ever done. I managed to get the good second phase where we get it in what is it, the third arrow volley or whatever. And I don't get that often, so I'm very happy that I pulled that off.
It was very impressive.
Yeah, it's sad that heyyyhoooo forfeited, but
Happens. He just seems to not be in the right mind for a tournament, which is understandable. It's a lot of pressure, and having those like big bets in these kinds of situations is always draining. So it's unfortunate, but it's understandable.
It was bad enough for me to reset in the arsonist fight 3 times, and that's not a super costly reset. So
It was like a tier he forfeit. It was really fun to watch though, because you got your arsonist, and then he was getting close, and then you reset, and then you switch out to heyyyhoooo because heyyyhoooo was in arsonist, and then heyyyhoooo took a hit, and then it go back to you, and then but he forfeit. But it was very funny until that point.
The first reset against arsonist was super rude by arsonist, because she decided to move back when I wanted to jump over her. That's super rude.
She just walks.
Yeah. Well, the dumb drinking bird behaved at least most of the time. So I'm okay with that boss fight.
Yep. But yeah, any final words? It seems like I'm gonna kill you or something. I'm not just.
Please don't kill me. I swear I can get an AVPP. Please don't kill me. I'm almost there. No. I think I've said everything that I've wanted to say today, either in this interview or in the commentary in the previous race. Yeah. Oh, well, okay, one thing is I wish heyyyhoooo the best of luck, and we all love him in this community, so I hope you can relax and calm down and
bounce back from this, and then get the fat PB out just out of spite.
Yeah.
I mean, even in the last tournament, heyyyhoooo actually went for losers bracket, and then he went all the way back in until the final. So this can happen again in a way.
Yeah, and also if you decide to drop out of the tournament, heyyyhoooo, it's completely fine. We understand if you want to do that. So you will still be the best 2-1-3-4 in our community, and we still love you.
I don't think there's much more we can say that would be better than that. So I think we're gonna head off now.
Yep.
I don't really know what's coming up next.
There's 6 SpeedGaming channels. I also don't have the schedule with me, but stay tuned for more SpeedGaming action. For Momo races, we're gonna have another one on Saturday between me and Lester. It's also gonna be pretty fun. And I think that's it. Thank you all for joining, for watching these races. Thank you, DreamFox. Thank you, heyyyhoooo, for racing. Not sure, heyyyhoooo's probably not listening or watching, but thank you both for the races. It was very entertaining. Thank you, Swazzy, for the commentary, and thank you, SpeedGaming,
Thank you too,
for
Katniss,
hosting
for the
us.
commentary.
Yeah, thank you for doing commentary.
No problem. Be sure to follow runners and commentators. And see you all the next time.
Bye.